Hey guys, and welcome back to Survival Saturday on Office Antics. I'm your host Preston Danger, and today we're going to be learning how to survive a week with food. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be doing meal prep today, and I have put together a delicious dish. It's going to be pretty awesome. This is going to be able to last you for, it should be a whole week. We're gonna have several containers. You're just gonna put them in the fridge. Next time you get hungry, you'll be like, hey, I already got a meal already made, and it's healthy, and it's good, and it's delicious, and it was easy. Before we get started, let's go over what we're gonna need. You're gonna need one cooking pan. Something you can put all these ingredients in and, you know, mix them around a little bit. A chef's knife. Don't do that, it's very dangerous. We're gonna need some spices. I'll go over those in more detail in a little bit. We're gonna need some chicken. I go with rotisserie chicken because it's already cooked. It's real easy. You don't have to worry about parasites or anything like that if it's undercooked in the oven. Then we got some broccoli. I got two broccolis. I don't know what they're called. Big old purple onion, grape tomatoes, and some cilantro because I just really like that cilantro. The things we're gonna need: a cooking pan right here, a chef knife, a cutting board, and if you're gonna be using raw chicken instead of rotisserie chicken, you're gonna want to use either the other side of the cutting board or a totally different cutting board entirely. Then you're gonna need some spices. I like to go with the classics like paprika, some sea salt. I really like some garlic, and I like pepper, so some garlic pepper, you know, best of both worlds. Some regular black peppercorn and some olive oil. What's that? What do you mean? I didn't forget. No, it's right here, see? I got it. Man, you're just messing with me. Quit pranking. Okay, I forgive you. For the ingredients: 2 rotisserie chickens. Payne, you're gonna have to shut up, okay? Go outside, go do doggy things. So we're gonna need 2 rotisserie chickens. We're gonna need 2 broccolis, a big old purple onion, some grape tomatoes, and cilantro. All right, it's time to get started. Now, I typically start with the vegetables, just because, honestly, I don't really know. Now, with broccoli, what you need to do is just get the florets, whatever. These the broccoli part of it. You don't need the whole stem. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut off just about all the stem. There's one right now. This is a keeper, that's a good piece of broccoli. Don't need this. See, I think this is a little bit too much stem, so I'm gonna cut that off a little bit. You really just wanna have the minimal amount of stem that you need. Just enough to hold all those little tree limbs together. So that's the broccoli. Also, I forgot to mention earlier, before you start cutting anything, it's very important that you wash all your ingredients, except for the chicken, because, you know, it's already cooked or it's raw, so you don't really need to wash. But all the vegetables you need to wash. Onion. Make sure it's peeled. You gotta peel it so it's all shiny like this, and then we're gonna dice it because it's just the easiest way. So what you're really just gonna kind of make a checkered design on it, and then you're gonna cut it from the side, and it's gonna make all the little pieces. It's gonna make you look professional, make you look like you know what you're doing. Very important to make sure that your knife is sharp also, otherwise you'll be crushing the ingredients instead of cutting them. And whenever you're cutting, you want the knife to do 90% of the work. So it's very important that you have a very sharp edge on it, because it just makes cooking so much easier. Okay, and then check this out. This is the cool part. Hey, look at that. You look like a professional. You already have diced onions all over the place. These grape tomatoes, you don't need to cut up, so they're already cilantro. Add a little bit of that Texas flavor, that southern pizzazz. This cilantro particularly was pretty dirty whenever I got it. So that just really solidifies what I said earlier, where you gotta make sure you wash your ingredients very well. See? I don't know if you can see that, but that is like dirt or something, and we don't want any of that. Now, whenever you're cooking, you really gotta respect your ingredients, because cooking is one of the only things that separates mankind from animals. And let me tell you, I am so glad that mankind knows how to cook. Now, with cilantro, you really wanna get the leaves. You don't necessarily need the stems, so we're gonna bunch these up like so. And And then watch your fingers. Do this so your finger's not like this, so you can't cut your tip. You're just gonna be like this, resting it on your finger, and you're gonna be slowly moving back. That easy. Okay, now that we got all of this, let's just go ahead and add it to the pan. Let's do a mixture of them, because I don't want it to have layers, you know, even though you are gonna mix it up in a little bit. Just do it sideways, and then you kind of throw all the ingredients in all at once. Mix the pan around so you're getting both sides. Just gotta toss it in there. Just do it whatever, just throw it in there. Now, for my next trick, I'm gonna wash this board off. For my second trick, I'm gonna slice up these chickens. And you know what? I'm gonna mix up the camera angle too so you can really see what I'm doing. Now, be careful because rotisserie chickens are very hot. This might just be the hardest part of the whole meal prep. Ow, 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 ow. Now that that's done. With chicken, you just gotta be confident with it, because if you're not confident, it's not gonna rip off right and everything's just gonna fall apart. So with the legs, you just gotta get in there, just kind of pull that leg off, pull this leg off. Now see, I'm using dark meat and light meat. I just like a nice mixture of both. I'm more of a dark meat kind of fan, but you know, you can do whatever you want. It's your meal. Get the wings. Over here. All right, now for the chicken breast. So the sternum is about right here. So you're gonna wanna cut a little bit off to one side or the other so you can really just kind of sweep off the meat from the bone. It's gonna be like right here. Be gentle because you don't want to get any bone in your meat. Well, you know what? I guess you don't even really need a knife with rotisserie chicken. It's very tender. Just pull off the whole breast. Don't be afraid to get personal with this chicken. Okay, see there's the sternum. 2 big old hunks of meat right there. Now whenever you're working with this chest area of the chicken for the chicken breast, there's a lot of bones. So make sure that you really go through your chicken and pick out all these bones. Like look at this one, this is the wishbone. Yes. Now as you can see, there's still a lot of meat left on this chicken, and we don't like anything to go to waste whenever we're cooking. Get all that meat up in there. Voila, a lot of meat. To make it easier on the viewers, I'm gonna separate the meats into categories, okay? So these are the legs. All these little scraps of skin, you can just kind of toss off. And then we got the wings. I'm gonna put the scrap meat, the meat that I got off the chest, I'll just put that down here. Okay, and then we got 1 breast and 2 breasts. So, 2 chicken breasts, 2 chicken wings, 2 chicken legs. Now, we're gonna need to take all the meat off of all these bones. The chicken breasts don't have any bones. The chicken legs definitely have bones. So we're gonna need to take that meat off, and then we're gonna cut the meat into cubes. Oh, I just love rotisserie chicken. It's just so easy. You can literally just pull the meat off. What? Payne, you're ruining my video. Go away. No, you don't talk to me like that. You don't talk to me like that. I'm deboning these chicken legs. I can't believe him sometimes. So rude. You know what? I know exactly what Payne's trying to tell me. It's dinner time for Payne now that I look at the clock. I gotta get him some food real quick. Now that the 4-legged filth beast has been fed, it's time to continue on with our meal. So now, we can take this over here, and we can take this meat and just kind of throw it in there, you know? You take it, and you throw it in there like that, yeah. Throw it in there. Look at that. I can't even cut this chicken because it's so tender. It just keeps crushing. Okay, wow, that looks like a lot of meat. So you're gonna wanna drizzle a little bit of this on there. Not too much. Just a nice little, you know, about that much onto the main ingredients. Some of this. Now this is all the ingredients that we're putting in now is just personal preference. So you put in exactly how much you want and not any bit more or less. Garlic pepper. A must have, by the way. I recently discovered that they have garlic pepper. I've heard of garlic salt, but I just found out about garlic pepper, and oh man, it has changed my life. Now, not too much salt. And paprika. A little bit goes a long way. So be very conservative with this, unless you're familiar with the spice. If you know about the spice, then, you know, go crazy. Add as much as you want. But if you're not familiar with paprika, it's a very powerful spice. So not too much, just a nice little dusting. And now, the fun part. Make sure you get all the way at the bottom. Just really mix it up real good. It's gonna be a real meaty dish. I usually cook it with 2 chickens, but I mean, I guess I didn't get enough vegetables if that's the case, because this is a lot of meat. Man, we're gonna need more vegetables. I'm gonna have to chop up another broccoli. Now, if you're wondering what I do with the scrap chicken, I have a little area where I keep all this chicken, and over the next week or so, I'll slowly put it in Payne's food, because chicken is very healthy, but since it's rotisserie chicken, it has a little bit of grease and stuff in it that's not very good for him. So I do a little bit of a time in his food, and he goes crazy for it. All right. Oh wait, I already cut up the other broccoli. What am I crazy? Duh. We're missing the tomatoes. I knew we were missing some color. You can also add bell peppers and stuff in here, but I'm not a huge fan of bell peppers, even though they're very healthy. So I didn't really add any, but you can definitely add some. The beauty about this dish is it's such a medley that you can really just kind of add whatever you want, and it's gonna be delicious. You know what, let's just use the whole thing. Mix it again. This part gets a little messy, so make sure your table's clean. And now we play the easy part. What's that? The easy part? This whole thing was easy. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This next part is even easier, but just as important. You gotta preheat the oven to 500 degrees. That's it. Oh! What, you want one of these? One of these things? Are you sure? You really want one of these? You're not joking around? Gross. These are for dogs, you know. And you still want one, even though they're for dogs. Alright. Okay. I'm gonna make you work for it. Stand. Good boy. Very good balance. I see you've been working on that. I'm proud of you. Notice how he keeps dropping it. That is because I have been giving him antibiotics because he has an infected toe, and he found out that I've been putting pills in his food. And so he drops them so the pills will fall out, but he can still get the delicious food. Isn't that right, you little punk, huh? You little punk. How about we do something crazy? How about we try out one of your new tricks, huh? Sit. Lay down. Lay down. Roll over. Good boy. Good boy. Even though you kind of cheated because he knew what I was going to do. So, I know you're all wondering, what does Preston Danger's room look like? I gotta know. It's gotta be crazy. Well, let's find out, shall we? Boom. That's right, babies. That's where I sleep. Got my spirit animal up there, Sloth, you know, hanging out. Got a big old TV right there for, you know, my viewing of my own videos, because all I do is watch my own videos. And got my piggy bank. This is the corner of Payne. Payne, get in your bed. Yeah. Pay very, very close attention. Then you grab your important meal and you just whoa, 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 very delicately, very carefully, you just push it in the oven. Woo! Okay, thank God that's over. Now, what we gotta do is we gotta cook it for 15 minutes. Boing! And now we wait. You're really not supposed to do this, but let's take a peek. It just kind of looks like food cooking. So there's about a minute left on the cooking and it smells fantastic. Let me tell you. The only step left is to put it in these bowls and then put it in the refrigerator. And you know what? If you're feeling a little crazy, you can really just eat some now for dinner and then eat the rest for the rest of the week. That's probably what I'm gonna do. Damn, that smells good. The moment of truth. Oh God, it's so hot. Oh, it smells good though. Oh. 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 Dang, that smells delicious. Woo! Now you're gonna need a big old spoon or something. I got this thing, I don't really know what it's called. And then you just grab it. Yeah. You gotta do some of this. Dump it in there. Try to get a nice proportion of every ingredient in each bowl. Dang, it still has too many tomatoes. How many tomatoes do I get in there? There's one meal. That's how you gotta think about it. Every time you fill one of these, it's a whole meal. It's okay to not fill them all the way to the top because you do have at least 4 containers that you're gonna be filling. Very simple, very easy, very nutritious. Maybe just one bite. Oh! Oh! Oh, it's so hot. Oh! Oh, 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 it's burning my, oh God. Oh! Woo! That was way hotter than I thought, but man, it was so worth it. So good. You know, I don't have to cook dinner for the next, like, 3 days. All right, guys, well, that was Preston Danger teaching you how to meal prep and survive the week. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more meal prep videos, or, you know, just, you know, cooking in general, leave a comment down below. Leave a like if you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more content. Join us back next Saturday for more Survival Saturdays. And I'll catch you later, homies. Peace out and happy eating.